All right. Welcome to Starseed Evolution Channel. Welcome, Divine Family of Light.
Hello.
Welcome to the Dragon Warrior Goddess Full Circle Gathering. This is our Galactic Jedi High Priestess Circle with beautiful Amanda, Trent, Daisy, and beautiful Venus coming in to support our beautiful gathering for today. We're streaming live through all channels. So this is going to be our first gathering for us to get together to share our light and to contribute our light frequencies and currents. New codes. This will be an activation transmission for Galactic Jedi Priest and Priestess initiations, and then also for Solar Dragon activations and beautiful transmissions, deep connection with working with the Dragon Councils, the Solar Dragon Councils, and also ancient Dragon Councils. So the transmission coming through, for me anyways, is definitely recoding the Order of the Dragon, which I'm actually really excited about. And Amanda and Trent are going to come on in just a minute and kind of give you some really cool information, a deeper connection into astrology, galactic charts, which I'm actually excited about because now I can see where all the Order of the Dragon has been coming from for the past like 3 or 4 days. And it makes me really excited when I'm sitting there running around with my swords and connecting to this awesome warrior that came in. So a dragon warrior from the Order of the Dragon that's teaching me some really cool moves, and I'm flying around the house. I'm like, this is awesome. So I was like, today I was like, it's my second day, and I was cracking up laughing, and I said, Amanda gave me the finishing piece that it's like a huge initiation for an activation with a dragon warrior higher self that I have multidimensional. That is just awesome. Awesome transmissions coming through with, I call it more Rainbow Warrior transmissions and kind of working with different light tools. So that's awesome. That was a great connection. So it's more galactic energies, all galactic integrations, and then working with the dragons, connecting to the dragons too. I'm just going to activate in sequence, just a few things. I just want to bring through the Indaras. And these are the beautiful Indaras that wanted to share this space with everyone today.
Beautiful.
These have beautiful dragon energies, but more water dragon and Aquafirian energy matrix.
This brother.
So hunchback, water dragons, water phoenixes, water elemental plasma beings, and hunchback whales and killer whales that are transmitting. So this will be the Stone of Atlantis, and it's a gift from my soul sister. So if she's watching, it's beautiful Rose's gift.
Beautiful gift.
I'm so excited just to give it to her because it's going to travel with her to the Caribbean.
Oh, that's
going to activate the new Atlantis grid, and there's so much coming through. So this is like her Stone of Atlantis, and then it's showing me mermaid tails flashing through. So that one's beautiful. Beautiful tone. This is another beautiful dragon tone, and it had a rough landing, but we have been rehabilitating it, and it's absolutely beautiful. But this is our Andromeda Galaxy transmitter, and it's also transmitting the solar dragons through the vortex.
I love that.
This is how we communicate to our Andromedan family.
I
This
feel that.
vortex. So wanted to be here with you guys.
Awesome.
All right.
Hi, Andromeda.
Listen, this is the Sapphire Ray, and this definitely is the Galactic Sapphire, Galactic Core Dragons, Universal Core Dragons, the ones that transmit Source Light, and the Arcturian Dragons too as well. Come here. Oh, come here, baby. This is our beautiful dragon. This is Mango. And he wants to say hello.
Um,
He was like, yes, it wants to activate. This is a beautiful piece here too as well. That's going to be in the space and activating transmissions and beautiful plasma light. So we wanted to share. He's running around. He's really happy to be here in the space. Activate one more time in sequence.
I'm glad he came back. Beautiful
Finally,
mango.
he finally decided to be here. This is our mango checkmate. Super excited. This is our beautiful Aquafarian Stargate Aqua
Ooh.
egg. And this is going to activate and to transmit diamond light plasma and activating the Godhead so you can connect to the dragons and to communicate to the dragons. I highly recommend purple transmissions, and then maybe somebody has a purple Andara floating around, but purple Andaras and deep blue, so galactic core, galactic energies, galactic dragons coming through. This is like white, beautiful Godhead activators. The white dragons will assist with your higher chakras. So pearl plasma, white plasma light is what they transmit. So this looks more like an egg. Beautiful egg. So white dragons are to assist you with activating your higher chakras. And
yes, dragon egg.
That thing might hatch.
our beautiful dragon egg. So we have a bunch of these around the house since the solar dragon frequencies have been coming through. And we set them up in different locations to hatch dragons and to assist the dragons with hatching. So we have a bunch of them here. Very excited. I just wanted to share just transmissions with the Andaras, different Andaras to work with, different tones that came through, and then the purple, the royalty dragons. They love purple. Purple diamond, plasma light, Andaras. So the royalty.
Got a couple here.
Yeah. They love purple, celestial purple, and then the deep purple and rubies. So I don't know if anybody has a ruby. Ruby diamond ray. There you go. Yeah. Oh, that's a wand. That one's really beautiful. So they love rubies and ruby diamond light.
That one too.
Yeah, we got
That one's really pretty.
It's a Kundalini one.
The ruby diamond ray, and it connects to the solar dragon root races, and then also the order of the dragon. And Pendragon is the ruby race. So just connecting to the field, and they love Herkimer diamonds. So to assist you with channeling and frequency downloads with the dragon councils and the solar dragons, all the beautiful dragons, ancient dragons coming through, Herkimer diamonds. Herkimer diamonds and azurite, and they love starborn stones. So the starborn stones are going to be higher vibrational crystals, which are like meteorites, different types of meteorite crystals and tektites.
Got some tektite.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They love the starborn transmission.
Oh, they're close. Yeah. There.
There's some tektite.
Those are
Ooh,
beautiful.
there's
Oh,
some
look at that big
moldavite.
moldavite. Love it.
Chandelier.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Very activating.
like different meteorites. Those are beautiful.
Yes.
Cheyenne. Yeah,
Is
those
that
are,
Libyan desert glass?
I can't wait until we turn into Herkimes.
Yeah, Libyan tactile.
Yeah. Oh my God. That yes. They love higher vibrational crystals. So you just walk around with them, activate, and you'll be able to connect and channel the dragons and the soul dragons. Gesanti. Sayana. Gesantrusanti. Guyana. Oh, that's beautiful. One day very soon. Geshanti. Okay, so I'm gonna That feels good. Feels like the heart is harmonized.
Yes, it
So,
does.
beautiful. We have beautiful, a divine, beautiful Trent. This is how you can tell. Yeah, that's the dragon above my head. Coming, the rainbow dragon. Beautiful Trent and Amanda are going
Hi,
to be
everybody.
sharing. So just share in your light contributions and just kind of share a little bit about yourselves. They're a beautiful divine sacred soul union that are setting a huge template here in the collectives on the East Coast. So thank you so much for everything that you're doing and coming into full harmony in so many different ways and doing, just setting in beautiful templates for the collectives, but new templates. And that's what I see. So it's just magical. You guys,
Thank you so much for having us.
you're welcome. Thank you for everything you're doing in the East Coast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So basically what our mission is, we are way showers and we are guides for ascension. So through astrology and other modalities, we use tarot, we use oracle cards. We also are intuitive channelers. We do a lot of shamanic work and ceremony. Me personally, the way my guide through the Akashic records is through astrology. And what we do is we help people to align with their highest purpose and mission on this planet through connecting with their blueprint for this lifetime, which is the natal chart. And there's a bunch of other charts we use as well to connect. So what we're doing is we're reading the blueprint to help people understand about themselves on a deeper level. So we're looking to help them to overcome the challenges that they're facing in this lifetime, whether it's like ancestral karma that they're clearing or distortions that they're clearing from past life experience. A lot of us have also come here to clear for the collectives. So we look into the chart and we can pinpoint and identify these things so that we can start to work through and clear and release these things from the body. It's a deep purification process and a DNA activation as well. It will also help to pinpoint different skills and abilities and talents that you've come into this life with, whether you're just remembering them from past life experiences or connecting to a future version of self, or you're developing these gifts and skills in this lifetime. We can help you to connect with that. And we are teaching how you can best direct your energy in order to align with your highest mission and your highest purpose here.
Absolutely. So a big part about it is getting out of the cycles that we're trapped in every day, getting out of the loops that aren't exactly serving us, without the right perspective. So a lot of times, before we reach an awareness level, we're trapped in certain cycles that take away our power. And they keep us in a traumatic state. They keep us perpetuating the cycles. So a big part about what we do is help you get out of those cycles, help you identify the ones that you're in. Because like Amanda said, a big part of it is clearing the trauma from the family and clearing the trauma from the collective. So in order to do that, you have to identify what you're working with.
Mm-hmm.
So we help you identify what you're working with. That way you can begin to clear for your family, clear for yourself, clear for the collective, and get into more creative loops where you keep your energy and where you can begin to equally exchange with other beings that want to co-create with you, instead of beings that are constantly just there to take from you. So we help you identify the patterns and get into a process of equal co-creation that benefits you and the other party.
Yes, and as we help you to move through that process, we can also identify where you're holding energetic stagnancy or density in the body and help you to develop the tools for you to be able to clear that from your systems, clearing the distortions, clearing the stagnancy and density from from your physical body and from your energetic bodies as well. We do a lot of shamanic healing, energy work. We introduce people to ceremony, and we can help provide you with the tools that you need so that you can start to do these things for yourself in your daily life, so that you can empower yourself and step into your full potential here.
Absolutely.
We also work with light language transmissions as well. That's a new development for us. We've been doing this for about a year now, so we're bringing that in as well. We also have a little website, a little shop where we sell activated jewelry. We sell crystal bracelets. We sell cleansing tools to help aid you on your journey, such as sage and Palo Santo. We use selenite as well. And Trent is also an alchemist. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the first part that we do, one of the things that we do is we take the metaphysical properties of certain plants and certain crystals, because the plants and the crystals, each one of them has kind of like their own personality. They have their own thing that they're good at. So we learn about each one of these plants and each one of these crystals, and we put them together to deliver certain purposes for you, whether that's self-empowerment or, density cleansing, any of those things. Another thing that's coming through for me is quantum art, quantum healing art. And it's basically light language art that like the crystals and the plants, it has a specific purpose, but it's quantum, so it's much more higher vibrational. And we do sell herbs, and we do
Tinctures.
Yes. So we took a trip in the Allegheny National Forest, and it was beautiful. If you haven't taken a trip in the National Forest, like, you definitely should. Well, the mushrooms was calling me for a long time. So I finally made my way into the forest, and I harvested some of these reishi mushrooms, and I put together some medicinal products from those, and they're just beautiful. They come from the hemlock trees, and there's a lot of grandfather, grandmother energy that come through with the hemlock trees. So,
Yeah.
That's in there as well.
And from that experiences when we started our grid working journey, going throughout the state, connecting with different forests and bringing our energy there and connecting with the energy of the forest, the energy of Gaia and the ancestors. And what we're doing is we're bringing that energy back with us, and we're putting it into our jewelry and our tools and the work that we do. So yeah, that's basically covers most of what we're offering. We also do divine union coaching or any type of relationship coaching. So if you're having a difficult time navigating your relationships during this ascension process, we're approaching things differently now on New Earth. So we can help you to kind of navigate that and understand how to clear things on a deeper level, so that you can kind of remove the separation, clear the separation within your relationships, and connect on a deeper heart level.
Yes, if you're looking for a breakthrough, could be with your kid, with yourself, with your intimate partner, we can help you with that.
Yes, family, siblings, anywhere you're having difficulty, that's what we're focusing on is helping people to understand what's going on under the surface, what programs and karmic patterns are running under the surface, so that you can have an understanding of that and clear them.
Yes. And
Yeah.
giving them a practical approach of how to do these things, you know, things that they can do on their own to ascend, you know, instead of, you know, we create leaders instead of, you know, people that need advice all the time.
Yes.
You know, we want you to be able to get those answers for yourself
Step into
by
your power.
looking within, because that's ultimately how we take our power back. Is, you know, we become the teacher and the student at the same time. Okay.
You want to start, and then I'll do the astrology.
Yeah, I'll start. So I wrote a document, and it kind of covers a little bit about what we were talking about from a certain perspective. Because a lot of people, including myself at times, we unwillingly participate in the 4D. We unwillingly participate in the 4D, and sometimes we knowingly participate. So this is just a perspective of how to shift out of the 4D and how to see the 4D for what it's actually worth. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. I learned that fear is an illusion. Fear is an illusion, and the idea of separation is an illusion. The idea of separation is just another tool for evolution to happen. Most of the separation is coming from the fourth dimension through a system that uses polarity as a tool. As mentioned before, this tool of polarity is just another means of gaining wisdom through experience. Both good and bad create growth. We can still use polarity to expand without actually being polarized, without being pulled in any particular direction. Some of us wish not to participate in the 4D at all. The reason being is because of the constant energy pull and loss from different directions. The feeling of losing power to this or to that. One can exist and learn in the 4D and from 4D lessons through a process or a stance known as sacred neutral. Being sacred neutral allows you to be the observer without feeling the pull or having the feeling of loss. It allows you to be in the middle and see the lessons of the different sides, aka good or bad, which are also perspectives. What's good for the spider is bad for the fly, but the observer witnessing the whole process sees it as exactly that, a process, an event, a potential, and many potentials beyond what is witnessed. During my experience, I've realized that there weren't any beings that were actually against me. Oftentimes in polar situations or operating from the 4D, we feel as if beings or people are out to get us. Our energy is constantly being pulled in this direction or that direction, emotionally being influenced by what's good or bad, by what's happening to me instead of the observer seeing what's happening for me. Being in sacred observer mode allows you to see everything as if it's a lesson or a blessing, either as something that's a gift or something that's a potential, both of which are gifts. One just requires more effort than the other. So all of these fears that we have, all of these things that are against us, aren't actually against us when we take away the fear. When the fear is taken away, the opposition is taken away, the competition is taken away, the conflict is taken away, the separation is taken away. When all of those things are taken away, all that is left is opportunity and potential waiting to be expanded on, potential waiting to be co-created with. Even the gremlins in your head are teaching you a way to grow and expand when suddenly they're not against you. And in reality, a higher reality, that's exactly what's going on. They are a tool for growth. The light alone is complete illumination. Complete light is just that, complete light. Without shadows, there cannot be other forms of perspective. Shadows create angles for the light to view itself. It creates these angles as another form of interpreting itself. Without darkness, without the shadow, there is only light. Complete darkness is only one perspective. Complete light is only one perspective. The combination of both in different volumes creates different formulas, which create different angles, which create geometries, which create structures, that create dimensions, that create realities, that create ways to perceive, which create ways to understand, which create ways to expand.
Beautiful, baby.
Thank you. You're muted, Akash, if you're talking. Oh, okay. So basically, I wrote that document to give people another perspective about what's going on and what's, happening to them. Because whenever we're not seeing things from a higher perspective, things are happening to us. Things are happening to us. We feel them very much. We feel the pain from them. And it can feel like a battlefield. So with this perspective, it allows you to see everything as a teacher and not something that's against you.
Mhm.
And whenever you have that perspective, it allows you to have an unlimited potential because you have an unlimited point of view. And that's been really crucial to me in this journey because, I've took a lot of dark contracts, and for a while things were and felt very much like they were against me. So I hope that that perspective or that document helps you and helps anyone along with their journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Kusantuashanti. Do you feel as if you guys are still going to share your language of light transmissions?
Yeah, I can share some language of light. Is that okay with the councils?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, keep going. This is your everyone sequence here. So just bring through whatever you have to bring through together, okay?
Okay. All right. All right, so I'm gonna bring in a transmission, and this is a multi-dimensional transmission. So it's light language that's from more than one galactic race. So it's kind of fluid between many different things. So if you want to receive the transmission, you can. If not, that's fine. You also can agree to it at any time. Something catches your attention, you're like, yeah, I want that. That's fine. Okay. Isitiki. Mihintua Zakata. Oazaki. Mihinti Kiaza Tuata. Itia. Tukatata. Mihinti Akatua Tuku City. Itikiti. Tuka Ashi Itiki. Intuaka Ansha Atu Soda. Iki. What is it? Iki. Mihiti Atakatata. Boshotata. Titiki. Injika. Satati. Intoaka ashiri inkoata Mintohakanga Yohoatada Inki Siataka Anjoatada Mihindia Oasaka Anji Shianda Oawaka Yanta Shunka Inchuakataka Uoditi Ibio Asaka Anja Dingpoaka Moatatataka Chuataka Anja Asuoto Bintiaka Anchuataka Buataka Mintohaka Ansi Ikiatata Yohoaka Buasi Inki Buataka Ansha Ansara Akacho Sukuchku Suataka Asi Tikiata Wachata Wapa Bibi Besiata Sata Jataka Miataka Se Ishiki Shatataka Anshuatoki Insuaka Satakashi Wataka Anshi Iti Anka Watakama Watsaka Maiti Babua Papi Babu Sakati.
So what I'm going to bring through, what I'm feeling to bring through right now is some dragon codes. This is going to help those who connect to align with full sovereignty. So this is going to be a purification, releasing stagnancy, releasing density from all that is blocking or stopping those, creating limitations and aligning with full sovereignty. Una kana sa akuru so kukuno na shakatash. Hanina ak ashuru lo ukuno no na akana sakuru so kuno no shukoroku. Wahela nikina aka. Saru sukuno no akashana hasaru usukuno. Nahina sa akuru lo ushukuru sukuno. Hanina asharu. Nahina nasharu. Sukuro, 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 sukuro. Hashuni na kanasha aururu kusukuro kanasha. Hanina ashakuru sukuro. Hasukuro na hakana ana akunono usukuro sukuno husu. Hanina sha arasa. La ni na wahela la niki nakasha. No, hasa, kash, asa, ana, sha. Okay. So I hope everyone receives something beautiful from those transmissions. Now I'm feeling called to share some galactic astrology. Okay, so this is kind of what's going on in the skies right now, which is really cool, because right when we started this live, right around that time, the moon aligned with Alpha Draconis. We're bringing through these dragon codes. The dragons are coming through very intensely in the transmissions through the galaxy, through the sky. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about what's going on astrologically. I'm sure, as many of you know, the sun is in Gemini right now. When we're working with Gemini energy, we're balancing two aspects of ourselves within. Okay, so we're starting to be able to see where the two sides of ourselves are unbalanced. So you can think of it as the divine masculine and the divine feminine within. You can think of it as, you know, the intellectual side and the emotional side. But what's happening now is we're being able to have a higher perspective of where we are unbalanced within ourselves. We just came through a massive Palladian portal. The sun is now moving into the system of Orion. So the sun is now aligned with Hyades and Aldebaran. Aldebaran is known as the star of Archangel Michael. It's a first order Blu-ray modality check transmission that is coming through with this one. So this is very aligned with the healing of the throat chakra. So we're in this energy of really learning to see ourselves and to be able to express our truths authentically. The Aldebarans, they assist with light body activations and upgrades. They are here to assist us with this transition to New Earth. They are like the overseers of the Ascension process. So they are coming through with transmissions right now to support us in that process, to support us with upgrading and activating our throat chakra so that we can speak our truth, so that we can put ourselves out there and express authentically in alignment with our purpose and our mission here. The sun is also aligned with the asteroid Gaia. So it's so important right now to get out in nature, to connect with Mother Earth, with Gaia, with Terra, whatever you feel aligned to call her and connect with her. There's a lot of energy around ceremonial work. Many of us are being called out into the world to connect with the land, to do grid work. So that's coming through very strongly right now, connecting with nature, ceremony in nature, connecting with the elements. So fire, water, air, earth, however you feel called to do that, whether it's ceremonial fire or taking a ceremonial bath or just getting in the water, you know, connecting with the earth, connecting with the trees. You know, that power you feel when you go outside before a storm and you feel that power and you feel the air kind of blowing. That's the energy that's coming through. It's very powerful, very shamanic. We also have an alignment with Loki. Okay, so this goes back to when I was speaking of the Gemini energy and having the two different aspects of self that want to come together. So at this time, we are really being able to see those aspects of ourself that are holding us back. This is like looking into a mirror, really being able to see yourself, really being able to see your shadow side, where your blockages are. Loki is coming through to help us to work through these things, to understand these things so that we can release them and purify them from the body. There is also an alignment with the sun and asteroid Skuld. And she is from the Nordic tradition. She is one of the three fates. So what came through with this one is, we are in a process of clearing ancestral debt so that we can start to move towards our future, so that we can start to really see and have clarity around what it is that we are meant to be doing here, what our mission is, what our purpose is, and how we can align with that more fully. I spoke a little bit about the Virgo moon aligned with Alpha Draconis. We have the sun in Gemini, we have the moon in Virgo. Again, this is throat chakra energy. So throat chakra activations, speaking our truth. This is coming through very powerfully right now. Alpha Draconis, this is dragon codes. These are the dragon beings coming through. This is about empowerment. This is about, really aligning with your sovereignty, really aligning with your truth, and being able to authentically express that into the world. What came up with this one is we're clearing a lot of Sumerian timelines right now. So we're working with that energy, healing, recognizing, pinpointing, and healing any implants from these timelines. They're assisting with that right now. Implants, tags, anything in the body that needs to be cleaned and purified. This is connected to the Anunnaki races. This is connected to the Draconian races as well. With every race, you do have negative and you do have positive. Some people look at the Anunnaki race or they look at the Draconic race and they only see the negative in that. And so the transmissions coming through now are allowing us to see that every species, every race has their own way of presenting. There's light and there's dark on every side, and it all has a purpose. So we're understanding that these transmissions coming through, whether they're from the light or from the dark, they all serve a purpose. And so, and the purpose is understanding ourselves on a deeper level so that we can align with the light, so that we can move back towards source, so that we can step into our empowered self and really start to align with our purposes here. So what's happening with Alpha Draconis is we're awakening this ancient wisdom within us. A very long time ago, when the Anunnaki, when the Draconians, actually the reptilians rather, walked the planet, they left us with immense amounts of ancient wisdom. They were teachers for us, whether it was in a good way, whether it was in a negative way. They were teaching us how to exist here on the planet, how to go through this process of ascension, how to remember who we are. So these transmissions are coming through very strongly right now. These are energies of earth and air. Okay. This is there's also an alignment with the moon and the asteroid abundance. And this aligns very closely with the energy of the dragons, because the dragons is very potent manifestation energy. When you start to work with the dragons, you start to align with purpose very quickly. Okay, they're going to start to help you to clear out anything that is in the way of claiming your full sovereignty. And when you're aligned with yourself, when you're aligned within yourself, rather, when you're aligned with purpose, you're stepping into those energies of abundance. They're going to flow through naturally. So that's happening for a lot of us right now. We're starting to see where we're blocking ourselves from that energy of abundance flowing with us and through us. We also have transmissions coming through from Isis, and she's helping us to heal our inner children, to connect with our inner divine child. Okay, so that's a big one right now, is doing the inner child work, connecting with those aspects of ourselves in the past that may have been hurt, that may have been traumatized. So we're recognizing where we're holding this trauma energy in our bodies so that we can recognize it, so that we can see it for what it is, and start to clear it from our bodies, from our energetic systems. So Isis is here helping us to bring those through, to purify them, and to connect with these different versions of ourselves that can keep us held in past timelines when we don't find remedy and resolve within ourselves. So she's supporting us in that. The moon is also aligned with the asteroid Apache. And again, this is the power of nature. This is the power of plant medicine coming through, very shamanic energies, plant medicine transmissions, working with different herbs, working with different minerals, working with crystals and plants and stones, and connecting with the power of the earth, the water, the blood of the earth. So these transmissions are coming through very strongly for us right now. We have transmissions from Andromeda coming through Mercury, through Jupiter, through the North Node. So what this means is the Andromedans are here, the councils are here, supporting us in aligning with our highest purpose. In the chart, Jupiter represents the master teacher. The North Node represents our purpose and destiny here, and Mercury represents how we communicate that. So they are here supporting us and helping us to align and see what it is that we're supposed to be doing here. We're breaking, this is all Taurus energy. So we're breaking down stubborn belief systems that have us cycling in negative patterns. We're starting to really see those things for what they are. This is about expression of truth. This is about mastery. Again, Taurus energy is also abundance codes. So a lot of us are starting to step up into our mission, our 5D mission, and starting to recognize how we can bring more abundance into our life, how we can step into fully trusting our path and allow that abundance to flow through. This is also connected to the root chakra. This is, issues around security and stability, and in learning that we need to find that sense of security and stability within ourselves. Many of us try to seek it outside, but we're learning now that we can only find stability and security within ourselves. So there's going to be a lot of root chakra things coming up that we need to look at and heal. So just be aware of that. We also have the sun squaring Saturn and the moon opposing Saturn, and Saturn is conjunct the asteroid Magdalene. Okay, so what this is saying is there heavy karmic clearing of the Magdalene bloodline right now of the divine feminine. So this is solar healing. This is womb healing. Okay, so there's a lot of womb healing transmissions coming through right now. Anasha kanasha huru sukuno naak hanini naakasharu sukuno a hanina nasha karu sukuno shaaka anina nasha kuru. Moving on from that, we have Venus and Cancer conjunct the asteroid DNA. So many of us are activating the Venetian DNA within us. We're really starting to recognize where we're keeping our hearts closed. Okay, we're starting to recognize how we can move through those energies and open our hearts and allow ourselves to be vulnerable and allow ourselves to connect and allow ourselves to create communities and start to, connect and communicate with each other and build this beautiful new earth system from our hearts. So those are the transmissions that came through for me with the galactic astrology.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And transmission's very beautiful. Coming
Thank
through
you.
in gold codes. So I see all your transmissions are beautiful in gold.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, there's so much shifting Just kind of tuning into your chart. New consciousness on a deeper level as far as assisting people from shifting from the fourth dimension to right back to, I'm going to call it the higher dimensions within, which is the galactic star portal dimension. And that's what the dragons are doing. So a lot of what you were just communicating about is seeing how we can look at things from higher perspectives. So more as an observer, different transmissions. And then I'm going to say union. Yes. So sovereignty is union. Coming into the spaces, kind of coming into the spaces and sitting and being an observer in different spaces in the collectives. Working with the dragon energies and more of the aquatic energies coming through different teams that we all have for us that I'm going to say are unique game changers. So those that are holding the feline frequencies inside of them, the dragon frequencies, the Anunnaki, the Sumerian, the Draconian, were the game changers. The reason why I'm going to say this, so we can just say, I call them serpentine races or Sumerian, different Sumerian structures and races, but there's a difference between all of those races. We're the game changers. The reason why I'll keep saying that is because we're the ones that are going to bring everything into unity.
Yes.
It's really interesting when I sit back and I can still see the destructions of the old Atlantis still recreating, and I sit back because I'm able to look in collectives as the higher view. And the reason why I sit and I observe as the observer is so I can sit and communicate to the universal systems of the higher harmonics, and kind of just to be able to share what is still in the collectives here and the different vortexes that are here on the planet, and also with the Lyrans. Sitting up with Lyrans and different council members just to sit back and to observe different energetic patterns that are still here from those destructional systems and false systems. And it really is just when I'm always sitting here, it's the same as I'm going to say purifying the bloodlines. The ancestral bloodlines are extraterrestrial bloodlines, and all that wisdom will be given back very soon, and continuously given back. The only thing is that there's a lot that has to be dissolved in the collectives of, like you said, the positive and the negative. Okay, so all of that has to transition, purify, and to come into union. And that's actually where there's the deep purification that will still be amping up, and it will continue to amp up and to resolve unresolved energies. So when we sit and we observe, it's just, to me, racism still, in all different forms. So I look at that too as well. I sit within, we sit and observe. How can we harmonize and to come into union? Well, here we are today. Okay. And it's really all of us coming together with unique energetic signatures of all the different races of starseeds. Starseeds are multiple races, millions of races. And the reason why I'm going to say this is that when I come into this space, and when I came into this space, knowing my blueprints, that I was going to shift the game changes, and we all are. So it's always like flipping the chessboards a few times over when we all come together, because we're coming into union, not recreating the same frequency timelines over and over again. So that's the true acceleration, is that knowing when they showed me my contracts, I said, oh, so this is interesting what you guys are going to set me up to do. And that's really to take everything into union. The reason why is that I see the most beautiful serpent reptilian races. I see all of these beautiful draconian races that are star seeds. I see the Anunnaki systems. I see the felines. I see the serpents. I see all of these systems harmonizing as one, but I see the most beautiful walking here, star children, that I can see them most radiant light, stepping into a place as awakening as a starseed, and seeing, to me anyways, all I saw was the fourth dimension duality systems of positive and negative. So how do you feel like that's going to reside inside of a reptilian child, or a serpent child, or an Anunnaki child? Okay, so kind of looking at those systems, that's where I said I better wake up fully and better get all the way up. Okay.
Yes.
So it's the same, even if it would be the flip of the coin, it would be the feline races too as well, or different systems. And then if we keep going, it's most likely going to be because we're star children. Because it's like I had to look at keep going in every single layer.
Yeah.
Keep moving through these systems. So it's really powerful for us to see how can we shift perceptions inside of us, like the beautiful writing, Trent, that you brought through, and to see how can you sit as an observer and to sit and to observe to see how can we harmonize and to bring everything into union. All of us coming together, the whole pool here on the Earth system is from millions and trillions of different types of systems, DNA, bloodlines, ancestral lines. It seems like they only stick to the same ones, which is interesting because it's holographic inserts, and it is. So everything is all holographic inserts that are still here, which if you tune into your super system, I always teach my students is tune into your super system, which is your light vehicle, your starship, and ask for the organic systems, not the human intelligence recreations of what they feel like they know and don't know. So just remember that too. Always go for the most organic systems, which is inside of you, not out there.
Right.
Okay, so when I was awakened by multiple me's, in a sense, in Stargate, they always asked me, do not research anything on this planet because it's human intelligence. Eventually, when you turn and tune up your life body, if you want to say, and activate the Stargate systems, and to be able to work with your Stargate, you'll start to hear your system. You'll hear what you call your Merkaba. It's your light ship. And the light ship eventually will communicate and talk to you and will tell you what's organic and what's, I'm not going to say false, but let's say holographic inserts too. So this is where it's right now, it's about sovereignty, taking your power back and really tuning into the organic wisdom inside of your body.
Yes.
And then recognizing and realizing that if you came in here as a star child, if you came in here as an angelic or a star child, we are the game changers of the planet, also with the human intelligence too as well. And I call it intelligence because it is, but these humans are beautiful angelic creators and have ancestral DNA. I'm sorry, extraterrestrial DNA systems. I don't want to say extraterrestrial, but star being, galactic star being DNA and alien DNA too. That's the reconstruction of the systems is what we're rehabilitating today. And that's why we're all coming together. So seeing how we can bring everything into union. So your alignment, everything that you just brought through is just so beautiful, which is, if you look at it, is going to harmonize and bring everything into union.
Yes. I also want to mention too that we just had Pluto and Western tropical astrology. We had Pluto move into Aquarius. Right now, Pluto is aligned with the Lyran star systems. So working with the Lyran councils, they're coming in very powerfully to help us to clear and to purify everything that needs cleared out so that we can align with our highest potential here as you know, angelic humans and star beings. But soon Pluto is going to be aligned with Altair, which is another star system where the dragon beings came from, and they were the ones that came here and actually seeded the earth for life. You know, they're the ones that came here and created all of the crystal grids so that we could live here as human beings. So, you know, very soon there's going to be a lot of shifting and moving of many of us around the planet. And I do feel that many of us are going to be coming together in physical places around the planet to connect and clear more of these holograms and more of these programs out so that we can expand even more here on the planet.
Yeah, so I think Pluto is the forgotten planet.
Mhm.
That's what our beautiful crystal child told us. She's like, it's a forgotten planet. And we have been tuning in, we have been bringing through a lot with Pluto. Just magical shifts, and then also connecting to the dragons. It's just so beautiful just to tune into the union. And that's where I feel as if that they are assisting with the union, the divine sacred marriage within, but also the union and the deep purification of all of the bloodlines in the galaxy systems and also the universal systems. It's just beautiful. It's going to be just magical. Going into the grid lines and working the grids, the crystalline grids, all of us are all setting sail. So all of the waves, there's all the waves that are going to be shifting. We're going to be shifting so we can go and to be able to, well, to receive experience. Yes. Beautiful experience in all these beautiful places here on Earth. So we're all getting together right now. Everyone's about to kind of shift again and to rotate. So starseeds go to different locations. All of us are about to go to where our next contracts are, to anchor in the high frequencies, the solar dragon activations, the elementals, the aquafarian. My God, all of I've never seen a more bigger team, a new team. Hunchback whales, more hunchback whales flying in the sky, and then all of the solar dragons coming in, all these beautiful dragons, elemental and plasma balls, little plasma beings, beautiful plasma beings. Some look like some look like I think they're called anemones underneath the water, sitting there floating your third eye. So it's beautiful. All of us are about to step up to our new soul agreements, to be able to shift and to travel around the planet, to activate the crystalline temples of the dragons again. There's so much to bring fully online. We're supported by multiple councils and the Andromedan councils. All of the Stargate councils do want unity too. So they always sit with me and show me what human beliefs are and really make sure that I can shift that out as fast as possible. You know, and that's fear. So they're always, and the Andaras. So the Andaras always go, that's fear, that's fear. So it's just beautiful transmissions just to harmonize. And just remember, always be your true and authentic self. And always speak. And this is us tuning into our throat chakras, and that we're singing, we're becoming vocal. Like, it's just so beautiful. The dragon came through. I had the rainbow dragon, and I'm actually singing, and it'll tune eventually, but it was getting the next levels open. The singing, Trent is sharing, his heart busts open, and you can tell he's just crying because that's how beautiful it is when you feel the heart open and you're just like, my God. So it's just like a beautiful experience. Being our true and authentic self. So when I was prepped from the galactic councils on certain baselines, they said, oh, you're not going to like these contracts. When they started to process me of my contracts as what you call the way shower or the gatekeeper, the galactic traveler coming in and speaking, and I always am in what I call it coaching, council coaching, Stargate council coaching, to making sure that I speak from a place of purity. And that's interesting in itself because it's about frequency. There's so much more where they said, oh, you're just, you're going to really not like your contracts when we get done with you. And I started to tune into it. And I said, oh my God, kind of thinking about it. But now when you fully open up all the vortexes to your true cosmic voice, which is your higher self, that full embodiment of the universal soul, doesn't care about anything on the other side. And it's all about us harmonizing together to bring all of these systems together as one, not just the ancestral bloodlines, not just these races, but I want to make an open space for all star-born children. And I have walked in, I said, I walked into something. I'm still in the old system of 2,000 years, which is fine because we have to see it to be able to decode it. but I would want all of us to come together as one. And I also would never, I mean, imagine the energy, the trauma with the human selves, right? So look at the cellular trauma with what we go through in what you call the matrix. Well, guess what? When you activate the galactic systems, what about that trauma? If you're a reptilian child or a starseed child, multiple DNA, serpent DNA, draconian DNA. I mean, look at that system in itself. What if you're a gray starseed child or a zeta from one of the hybrid races and you're a zeta child? I'm like, okay, so Mama Dragon, if you want to say, great-great-grandparents, the great-great-grandmother out there said, you better speed up and make sure that you speak from a place of unity so they can feel as if that they are loved here. Because imagine everything that they're carrying on their body. When I sit here and I observe, and I am like, oh my goodness, this is insane. How do you think they feel too as well, right? For a little bit. So that's the impact. How can we come into unity on a deeper level, deeper integration level? Because I know I can see gray children, I can see zeta children, I can see different extraterrestrials that I sit here and I tune into, and we still have bashing. And that's really what it is that you're not realizing your frequency is bashing and you're taking energy.
Yeah.
You are pulling energy, you're taking them, that's in their system. That's in all of our system. We have to purify it. And the trauma system and what you call the ancestral line, that's the trauma of 3,000 years almost. And that's galactic, galaxy, and universal system. So if we can all tackle that, that's absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
Right? So that's like a great-great-grandmother, great-great-grandfather coming in and saying,
I'm so proud right
you're
now.
not going to like it, but we need you to make sure that this gets through somehow in a transmission for us to harmonize, because there's tons of systems and hybrid children that are here and humans that don't realize that they have been in hybrid projects either.
Yes.
Yeah, about 400. Well, it all depends on through time travel projects. So anyways, it's like kind of going into that. That's like a totally different, those are systems that nobody has here. And that's cool because, you know, that we can take care of. I don't know how to explain it. The councils, all of us, we know how to take care of that. That doesn't really have to come out too much. Okay, so I've sat here, I've sit and observed those systems and I'm like, well, we can purify that and clean that up because we're the galactic travelers coming in here. So we can get those systems done. But the hybrid systems, they are with human species, and that type of anger, hatred, and the positive and negative is inside of their DNA gene code. So we're coming together to purify it, to harmonize as one. That's really beautiful. Okay. That's like the great-great-grandmother dragon coming through. That was great.
I felt the grandmother and the grandfather come through during my light language transmission. They always make me cry.
Yeah,
They always make me cry.
and they don't put up with human egos either. That's why I love them. They're just like, it's about, I guess, evolution. Because to them, they think they're like, we've been in evolution for like trillions of aeons of years. But there's like, for us, it's new. To them, we're actually pretty new. We're a new planet, and we're not an old planet, we're new. So it's a beautiful system to be a part of, but the Earth system holds such a sacred piece in this universe and in the multiverse.
Yes, it does.
That was beautiful. I believe Venus is next.
Oh,
So
Great, Venus.
I think Daisy was trying to.
I just have some feedback.
okay.
But I'm sorry, gonna take a little bit to dissect because you guys have such a beautiful, immense, like panoramic view of all the beautiful vibrational download coming through. Trent, you're like a dragon whisperer, like ancient beckoning of the dragon ley lines within the body, within the land. When you're channeling, it just coming up, rising, and just like my dragon is just resonating, like coming out.
Everybody's like, woo!
It's like all coming back live. And I feel the work that you guys are doing and just deep bow and gratitude for all the work, ancestral healing work that you guys are doing. And I can feel as Trent, you did the painting of the dragon's eye. So every one of us in our channel, we have this dragon's eye in our energy field. So it's like we observe through the dragon's eye and we tap down. Like I mentioned, the dragon's eye can go very deep, 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 deep down into the earth.
Yeah.
And so when we do ancestral healing, we tap into where's the tender feeling come from, where's the thin dragon ley lines and droplet and rivers of wisdom how deep we can get in. And then with your with your light language, and then it come back live, like all those sparkling light of the aqua dragon line just all come back live. And I can see how deep the root can go. And I can see it like the depths of the root, almost like when you think about with your thought and with your vibration, with your healing intention, just like whip in the air, vibrating through all time and space.
Yes.
It's beautiful. Making me cry, Daisy.
And
Thank
so
you.
thank you. And it's both your transmission that comes through. Amanda mentioned about the Pluto in Aquarius. That's what come, like the aqua dragon come live, the Pluto, the ancestral healing, and how deep the root come in, diving in, and the dragon just weaving in through the healing of all of your work, all the land you touch, all the souls you come across in your path. They all the dragons within the land, within our body, all come back live.
They're all coming online. It's beautiful. We're really getting to the core of it. And that's what we've come here to do is to get to that core so we can bring it all back up, bring it all back online, all the dragons back online, and all of these connections to our ancestors and to our galactic families. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes. And also when you mentioned about something about Mary Magdalene, I forgot which planet layout.
We have Mary Magdalene is conjunct Saturn right now, and
Yes,
Saturn
Saturn.
aspecting the sun and the moon. So yeah, there's a lot of feminine, divine feminine healing, womb healing energy.
Yes, that's the Saturn and the Mary Magdalene. I saw a giant phoenix. So it's like the phoenix holding this kind of like the womb, like the red pulsating womb
Yes.
coming, and then was telling me it's okay to feel nourished. It's so
Yes.
okay to feel nourished in this cosmic womb. Just dance and swim. Just take a drink, just drink me up. Drink the mother's blood and drink this cosmic nourishment and dancing oneness with her.
Yeah. And I love that it came through red because Saturn represents the root chakra. So that's the red energy coming through. That's beautiful.
Earth Mother's blood as well.
Yes.
Thank you, Daisy. That was
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, you guys, for all that you're doing. We're so blessed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Give thanks.
Hearts open, wide open today.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much, Daisy.
Yeah.
We have beautiful. Venus is going to start to share when she's probably tuning into her frequency. That was magical. Shanti.
Do a quick bathroom.
So just grounding in my system, all the energies, all the frequencies that are coming through. And for Trent and Amanda, I was seeing like two dragons shaping a heart. It was beautiful while both of you were doing your transmissions. It was just like divine union, dragon union. I still
Yeah.
see it. It's just like an imprint on my crown, like a third eye and crown. I can see it, and there's just glowing.
I feel that so much. And it's funny you mentioned that. I actually have a picture of two dragons formed into a heart. So it reminded me of that. That's
Yeah,
so
that's what I see. More in Trent's dialects came through, like it more pushed it out. Then the dragon wings were like coming through and also helped shape it. So it was like, I felt it. I'm like, oh yes, he anchored it in. And so I'm just receiving it through. Yeah, take your time. It's okay. All right. Beautiful. Yeah. I go by Venus Shekinah. That is my Andarian name, but I also go by Lady Love codes, and love is the frequency of Venus. So it's Lady Venus codes. So most of my transmissions are with the Andarians, and I call it StarLight light language, because I connect with different stars, different elements. Because in the nighttime, that's when my dialects come through, and during the day, it's more grounded. So there's different dialects during the night and during the daytime. So I practice more in the night, so I call it StarLight systems. And I work with the Andarians, and they came to me about like a year ago. But then before that, I was working with more crystals, and I spoke to Andarian councils, and they've been trying to connect with me for like years, for a long time. And they've been saying that I'm an Andarian, I just didn't understand as to why I'm that. But I anchored a lot of codes, and they wanted to weave through my art. So I create diamond frequency and gamma. It's made with glue gun. And this is the art that I've been working with, and then Darians love to co-create with me when I create this type of abstraction. So this is like rainbow dragon frequency and the solar plasma, expanding the dragons. Well, this is just one, but there's like many as you tap and tune into it. I also do like Darian chats, like one-on-one. So I tap and tune, I clear, I help assist your higher Andarian selves. So there's like many Andarian higher selves. There's the masculine, feminine, and there's different types. I've anchored a few higher selves, and you just keep coming up. There's dragon Andarians as well, the rainbow crystals, dragon Andarians, I believe. Yeah, with a rainbow frequency. That's also coming through for today. So yeah, that's what I do. And I also speak different multi-dimensional dialects, and I've been speaking different dialects since I was like very young. I tapped into maybe 2010 my Elohim dialects, so I'm more scripted than speak it. So it took a long time for me to actually speak my codes. I would say just like last year, I would speak more StarLight, but most of the years it was more a tongue dialect. So more of my ancestral Lemurian and more my Filipino dialect, which came from church, which activated me. And I brought in more of my galactic ancestral dialects. which is interesting. And more seems to come every day. There's different dialects that stream through. And today, as a goddess, a Jedi, a solar Jedi goddess, a lot of the dragons are coming through from Tibet, from China, part of my lineages, old lineages that are streaming through in this now. Tara, Maitreya, which is the future Buddhas, and these children that are coming through, these solar children, are Maitreyas. A lot of them are ancient medicine, ancient future. They've been here before, but they come back as ascended masters. We are that as well. It's not no separation of ascended masters, that person, or seeing it as more higher. We are one and the same. So these beautiful solar children with the dragons came through this whole week, especially with the solar flares and before that. So they anointed me to share some of their codes, share what needs to be in this now. So just gonna open up the field, open up your hearts, your higher hearts, anchor in this beautiful double terminated diamond deep down into the earth system and beyond. You could anchor in with the dragon solar tail or rainbow frequency, solar rainbow. And it's also in Darien. There's a Darien inner sun in the earth, which is the new sun system, which is not really new, but it's been here, and you're just tapping into with the dragons, and all your ancestral dragons, all your future dragons, all the children that are here in parallel lives. Just bring it in. Allow yourself to open your hearts, your heart wings, your lungs, so you can breathe easier. The Divine Mother, Tara, Gaia, Novatera is here as well. And the Darians. Since now we're grounded in, deep into the Earth Star and beyond, and Darians are here to assist, to program you dialects from the dragons that we have, the Mateya's dragons, Taras, Gaia's, or whatever may resonate for you in this now. See your dragons here anointing you with your new gifts. Feel the dragons surrounding you and blessing you in this now. Healing your lineages. Being this present now. In your higher heart space. Are the dragons. There's dialects there. All your dragon dialects, all the golden ones, all the solar, beautiful brothers and sisters. And there's pearlescent solar diamond frequencies streaming through this now. You would see it through your third eye and your heart. Let your heart speak. They say to speak with all your heart. With joy, with passion, with bliss. Breathe in and out. Shuramasi Ramakataya Ramakatata. See the beautiful diamond plasma in your skin. Urakatata Shkiradata Shu Aranaka Karanasi Ramakatata. Unamshia Makara Makata. Yoranaka Kanashi Ramakata. Yaramaka Uraki Ranata. Move through the throat chakras, Kuranakatata, releasing the chains, Kuranakatata, with the dragons, Kurakatata, as they dance and sing with you, Kuranashi, Imananaka, Karakata, Siyaranako, Hustu, Yamaranakashi, Lakatata, Yaranakata, Stu, Yaranakata, Siyaranakata. Ranaka, Yaramaku, Kuranasi, Yarakata. To feel your crown, as we gift you new diamond rainbow crowns. Kurakatata, Ushukurata, Giranamaka, Siranakata. See the radiance, the golden frequencies, Kurakatata, and the beautiful rays that are streaming through Uranasi Ranakata. We thank these beautiful divine ones, Kurakatata, Siranakata. Uranakata, Shanamamaku, Uranata. We have these beautiful aqua dragons. We're here to open up the sovereignty codes. Kuranashtikata, Yaranakata. The dragon sovereign breath. They're here to clear and purify your throat systems. Kuranasi, Yarakatata, Tatatata, Shu, Uranakata. Uranashi ranaka yaradadata kurakatachu uranakatatayamo urakatatata siya ranakata shu uranamakayerekatatata siya o urukuto murasikatata shu iyarana iyaku kurakatata. As you release the densities, there's a diamond throat chakra here. The gift with a diamond chain, with rainbow frequency, diamonds and pearls that you could wear to protect your throat. They're no longer chains. They're precious gems. That you could wear to receive it. Pearls from the aqua streams, deep in the underworlds, and the beautiful plasmas from their waters. As there's more gifts that are streaming and coming through. Some will receive pearls, some receive rainbows, some receive gold. Rose gold frequencies. Whatever may resonate for you. And they're all in Darian. You receive the diamond golds. Oranasi, Miaranatasi, Shu Urakatata. Soranakaya, Shiaranakatata, Kurunakatata, Nadanata, Urakatata. Oh. Now we could open our heart systems more wide for the sovereign breath. Kurakatatasha, Urakatata. Inhale all the diamond, plasma, rainbow, and solar light into your throat, to your heart, in your chest. Feel the sovereignty. Hold it into your heart as long as you want. And you could exhale the beautiful codes. This is the dragon diamond rainbow plasma breath. Urna katatasi rakatata taranashu kurata urpata shu uryamako urasi yasha urna katasi irna kakarna so urna shi moko urna nanashu tatata yarata karnata to kurna katata tatatasu urna. The breath is just weaving through your system. Su purana katata your DNA. Kur katata shiara makaka katata su. Siara nakana nakatata yarana mo urana siara tata akarana sa yarana tata ururu shururu tani nakatata sikata. When you speak your truth, your light, your bliss, your everlasting joy that's within you. Thank you for receiving. Take some time and just, you could drink some water. It's time to ground it in. Feel refreshed, feel renewed, feel the strength of these beautiful golden rainbow frequencies from the dragons. And they also want to share some Shaolin Dragon Chi. There's something new that I received, and I'm going to share a little bit because they would want it to integrate into your system. So movement and mobility, like deeper mobility to release any densities. Open your higher heart, let your heart and these new frequencies stream through your lungs, your dragon wings. Allow the dragon chi to lift off the densities off your back, because there's more stretching or mobility for your wings to open up and receive more codes. Yaranaka yato oro nasi koro nasi mo koro nakatata siya karatata ulo mo usu. Move your hands as well if you feel led to, just to clear and just loosen up if you feel led. Koro nakatata tatata. Oh. Yama ora nakatasi yara nakatai katatatatata. With this tree, you can create your Dragon Ball, kind of like a golden Dragon Ball. You know, collecting them, you could collect your own in an Andarian form like this. Solar frequency. Everyone has their own system. Some may look different. Some like gold, some like diamond, some like rainbow. It could be all of them. Sometimes they come in blue, pearls. The dragons appreciate those that use their dragon chi for healing purposes. Just envision all the beautiful codes in a circular form, 360 in you. You could hold it. You could create your shielding as well. This dragon cheese is also shielding. It's also Andarian. And it's a gift for all the children. You could play with it, open up you chi systems. You could lock it in the core of the earth or different galactic systems. These dragons are keepers of these beautiful chi orbs. You can use it to play whenever you feel. You could play with your inner child, with your children, future children, your galactic children. They're there to play with you telepathically. You'll receive it. Some of you have more than one. You may have 12, 15, 144 or more. The more the merrier. The more fun. So it's all about play and joy and infinite timelines. And it's now they're thankful. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for reciprocating these gifts. And I also created some Andarian dragon food. So you could always feed your dragons with Andarians. And when you're an Andarian, when you feel that they need nourishment or rejuvenation, I put lilacs, herbs, and you could put lavender because they love that. They love herbs and crystals and Andarians. You could always telepathically send it to them to heal different timelines, and it helps throughout time and space. So the dragon food. Thank you guys.
That is so
That's
beautiful.
awesome.
Beautiful dragon food. Yes, that's magical. As the Andarians, we do the most wildest things throughout the house. The Andaras connect to us and teach us, and the Andarian inside of us assists us with creating all day long, all new stuff coming through. It's really beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Connecting to beautiful Venus, what do you feel, just like kind of a question somewhat from the councils, dragon councils, connecting to the Jedi Priestess, the Galactic Jedi Priestess energies, where do you feel like you're interconnected as the Jedi Priestess within? What do you feel as if to support other Jedi Priestess? What do you feel like that we accomplish and contribute in light? So accomplishing, how do you anchor in your Jedi systems?
I anchor mines outside more, and anchoring a lot of Andarian systems, and it's through movement. And my gift is to bring in more movement and mobility in like the chi arts, and clearing it not just for my system, for like future timelines. So Jedi is quantum to me. It's not just here on this earth, but through Tara, Gaia, and other systems and Andarians.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more, I would say, definitely more for movement, accomplishing all day long. So we're constantly bringing in codes and light codes.
Yeah, so I move pretty much all the time. Even nighttime, if I have to move, I move. If I have to go outside in the nighttime, I'll move it. And the dragons, because I'm more of an earth elemental dragon, I'm outside connecting with my dragons. Inward is just to more grounded in through my system. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like movement is connection to the all. So the Jedi systems, Jedis are connected inward in the quantum fields to everything that is in existence in the multiverse. So if we have to do, we're constantly bringing in new systems, new codes, new gridding, and movement. So a lot of our movements are different movements, and we just can move all day long and movement. So pretty much bringing in different shifts. Yeah, exactly. Multiverse shifts through one hand movement. And bringing in different structures, templates, and the collectives and community. So when you're going outside doing more movement, I see you doing more chi art. It's really because she's bringing in something from systems, planetary systems, and kind of anchoring it in. And she could be clearing and sweeping like a whole group system within a blink of an eye. With one movement of her hand, and it's actually really cool because it's how big are you? How tall are you?
Me, I'm only 5 foot. I'm short.
Okay, I thought you were short because you're higher yourself. Well, it's you that's really large. So we can move like this, move one hand, and we can clean up a century of groups and setups. That's how cool it is. But she's 5 foot, and her higher self is like, which is you. It's you, just a big being that's able to just anchor those systems. And that's why we're constantly moving. So I've always been trying to figure out and to find who did I come in here with, because I have went all different types of beautiful communities, and I have never found, except for 2 people, I think only 1 person so far. There's another man too, but he practices more chi arts, but actually woke up like this, like in full Jedi with movement. I always tell people like Neo from the Matrix when he's with what is his name, Morpheus, and he's in sparring training and waking up with movement. And I've never practiced any martial arts at all. I never did. So I always was wondering who I came in here with. And it took me so long to figure out what was I doing. And then finally, you know, kind of like the integration of the higher self came in and said, well, I'm going to show you what you're doing. Like, you know, finally it was like, just let me see if we can merge together and I can teach you. But that's really the movement. It's never stopping. So we have to move and bring in at a rapid speed all different types of systems and kind of anchor in, and we can clean up at a light speed. And it's actually pretty cool because we clean up through all time and space in the multiverse, not just here on the Earth plane. So we're actually enjoying our experience here on the planet. We actually are. We're here for Mother Earth. So it's like, we really are. We pretty much knew that we were going to awaken. You know, we knew one day we would turn on, and then we would have what you call the 5D or higher D experience. So I've only, I think, met one person so far that actually woke up with those type of cheat arts. So 1 to 2, I've seen another person come into my field, but nothing as far as the same systems and same movements, and also knowing who they are too, as well. So kind of anchoring in those fields. If you are Jedi Priestess women, no offense, Trent, I love you.
Hold its space.
I call it the Dragon Goddess Warriors, or different Jedi systems that actually woke up with different types of chi form. And I call it more quantum chi form. You can say language of light, but it's not language of light. It's a totally different type of system, and it's a Jedi system. And you don't have to use any type of, I guess you would call it, weapons on this planet. That's definitely just not needed, because it's not what it's for. But you can play around with it. You can use different light tools and kind of tap into different energies here. When we use sacred arts with swords or different types of frequencies, swords and fans is usually what I stick to. It really is because I want to master the chi systems from the ancients, like the elders in Japan, Mongolia, yes, different forms. I actually want to tune into it. I'm not from this universe. I just want to see and to feel what systems did they have, and to kind of connect it to what were they really doing in teaching these sacred arts. Japan, Mongolia, and China too as well. So kind of tuning into those old ancient elders that come in and teach me some really cool stuff. So I said, as from the other universe, and also stay in Andarian, right? But we're multi-dimensional, so we can have different systems running. Most Jedis are from different systems, different universes, and different parallel universes. Some of us came in here to get the old Jedis out, and I do know that too as well, because I'm one of them. I actually came in to get old Jedis that actually came in here and were in some certain systems. So we came in to assist them with seeing if we can get them to move to the next universal systems. I do call them universal systems because that's what it is. Some of those were those missions too as well, and anchoring that in. But most of the time, we just want to kind of tune in to what can we experience here, if that makes sense. So most of the time when you're dancing and bringing language of light, or if you're a Jedi and you have these different types of systems, you'll realize that yes, we are here to get things done 24/7, but we're also here to experience the wisdom on this planet. through different types of movements. And the movement is all different types of coordinates and star codes, arithmograms, equations, and also teleportation. So it's and much more than that, but we'll just keep it simple. Is through frequency communication to different higher universal gate systems and multiverse systems too, and how to kind of move. We can actually move our hands in one direction, and we can clean up probably about 3 million years in time through one hand movement. So that's really cool, right? That's cool. Jedi's accomplish, and Jedi's never stop, but we also come from a place of purity in the heart. So our heart is very open, we're very still, and we accomplish at a rapid speed. So we're more observers. Jedi's are more observers, not too much minglers. So they sit and observe in a sense. And I recognize this too as well, because the higher version of me finally anchored and said, you don't need to mingle with all of these people. We're not here for this. Okay. Keep your heart open, harmonize in community. We're here to share and contribute light and to assist humanity with their awakening to the next systems of galactic or cosmic, whatever shifts and whatever waves and what's coming through, and always never ever stick to anything that is old. And see how we can harmonize with those systems. So Jedi Priestess accomplish systems. Most of the time, I'm just sitting here getting done what needs to be done for the system. So if I'm in Utah, I'm getting everything done. But I have huge templates and massive templates with my galactic families. And that's all. That's everyone that's in our system, our community. So we're all assisting always in our community systems, even if we don't have to mingle. You don't have to sit there, and it's true, you don't have to be on the phones and texting. We don't need that anymore. You're together through here, through energy fields and connection through light. We're connected through our energy fields. That's two-way frequency communication. Okay, that's the new communication of the future. So a lot of us have to sit in the quantum fields and get things done. We go in and we get it done. And that's like trillions and trillions of systems all at once. It's actually really cool. So most of the time we go to where we're needed the most, always. And we get everything done at a light speed, at a super light speed. So all Jedi Priestess get things done. Also, we're game changers. Yes, and we flip chessboards probably about every nanosecond. And we also, it is very true, we also bulldoze through matrices. How do we bulldoze through matrices? Is we create new. And Andarians will do that. Andarians create new. And create new through pure love. Nothing is ever sticky, we call it. Nothing ever sticks continuously. To move through systems and to clear millions and millions and millions of softwares inside of our body. So most of the time we're just sitting here transmuting collective grids too for a very long time through our vessels. So if you are Jedi High Priestess, especially as seers, you're going seers. Seers are collective cleansers, the violet flame. And when you work with the dragons, you work with the dragon violet energy and blue flame energy, pink flame energy, white flame. I use white flame now for transmutation, and then violet flame. It depends on what we're working on. When you work with the dragons, you can transmute frequencies at a rapid speed. As seers, Jedi seers, and all Jedis are seers. So we can see anything and everything through cellular memory, like molecules. And it comes in through transmission. So we're able to receive. We can transmute at a rapid speed as we hold our light out. But we are seers. We can see everything in the multiverse. And it's really cool. The only thing is that if you have deep cellular trauma with your child self, you're going to be you could be clearing for many years, trying to understand your abilities. And your awesome abilities, they're beautiful abilities. There's just parts of you that are split that you have to repair. So fragments, different types of fractal systems that will have to be repaired for you to fully embody and to remember, as a Jedi, we see everything and anything and everything. We can touch anything and see it. We can see through all time and space and all spaces and time. And it's not a joke. We can sit here and see through all time and space and all spaces and time at a rapid speed through collectives, not only collectives, but anything and everything. And one of our highest abilities as a Jedi seer, we can embody. We can actually embody what's going to happen right before it happens. And you actually are speaking it. So you can speak it before it actually happens. You will be feeling it through the body. That's a Jedi ability. It's actually really beautiful. And also, you have to understand it. Most of the time, what you're feeling inside of you is somebody else. So always pay attention to that. It's never you. You think it is, and it's not. You have to master your abilities. Once you can see this, you would know, well, that's somebody else's energy. It's not my energy, but you can say it's collective too. But we really can see through all time and space and all spaces and time and all systems, multiverse and parallel universes and beyond. So most of the time you can see in all dimensional systems through all time and space and all spaces and time. How we're able to access this is through what you call time windows. So it will look like this, like millions of systems running at once, but it's all dimensions. So that's mastery. I mean, imagine all dimensions, all parallel systems, all parallel universes that you're sitting here looking at as a Jedi seer. That's crazy, right? Imagine that for a system. And then you can see on galaxies, multiverse, and then through millions and trillions of years in time. So you're just sitting here going, whoa, right? And then you can just pick a little, let me look at this timeline real quick. So that's cool, right? Our abilities are amazing. And that's for all of us. All right, Daisy, you ready to come in?
Yeah, share something about Venus transmission. So beautiful. I'm always so amazed of her energy body, how big it is. Like she seems like 20 feet tall. Meanwhile, energy transmission. And then I mean, I know Venus for a while. I didn't know. Wow, like you carry such a punch. You're like rainbow dragon dynamite. So so when you started, I saw a red. I'm not sure whether it's a ruby or Andorra. I saw you carry that before in my dream before too. So there's something that you do like with your hand and holding that in between. Imagine like that, but the one you have kind of like bigger in the energy. As you're doing that, I see the dragon.
Yeah,
it's like yeah, you're kind of like what do you call it? Remote control or manipulate the qi. That's how you play with the dragon when you do your Andorra art or crystal work in multi-dimensional way, because I saw that in the in my dream before how you do it. It's almost like some kind of button you can remote control like energies. And then I saw a giant aqua dragon over the water. There's some point in time I saw you were playing, doing some energy work around the water, and I saw the huge aqua dragon, very big body, was swimming. I mean swimming in the air above the water. And then at some point in time, I forgot what you're doing. You're telling us to spinning up. I can feel this giant wheel, and you're spinning and spinning and spinning as you're talking. I would feel, oh, what is the purpose of that big wheel? It's just big and very big, getting bigger. And then I realized that you're showing us how do we magnify our Kundalini. It's almost like our beam of light. Like somebody probably carry a blueprint like this big. Some people can be this big. You're teaching us how to expand it.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, so the dragon qi and can come through bigger and bigger. Yeah, you're just showing us how to spin and spin, make it bigger and bigger. And then at some point I saw how we connected. You helped me a lot throughout the years. I felt like there was a long time I was holding your hand, and then you're showing me it's okay, I can walk on my own. And but I'm a little bit afraid to draw my own circle. So you are still like guiding me how to draw the circle on my own, so I can complete my circle. It's a silver color, silver platinum color. That circle that I saw that I was drawing. And then I saw kind of like the legend of the sky woman, when it fall on the sky, from the sky, you know, it's like pouring rain. But in this time, the rain is not pouring through. Instead, when the rain pouring down, you have a big box, you catching all the rain. And at first I was like, the rain is supposed to come through the box. I was seeing, but there's only, at beginning, there's only very little comes through the box, but you are holding all of them, like giant box of the whatever come down from heaven. And I was like, are you gonna do anything with that that you're holding? And I saw music come out of the box. Yeah, just a lot of music note. Does that sound
So beautiful, Daisy. I love how you know how to decode some of, you know, my dialects and how you see that, you know. I love it. That's for you, because if you've seen that, then you know how to decode what's in the codes. You'll know. You'll tap more into it, and you'll see more codes coming through. Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Daisy.
Thank you so much. There's so much divine blessing that you are getting download all the time. Like as I said, that box, like it seems like you have so much, but how to share it. So maybe we're both trying to figure out how to share it. Like I can see the music coming out, or maybe share that music with the land, with the water, and it can carry out through ripples of time, ripples of water, ripples of space.
And it's like beautiful dragon sound frequencies coming out. For me, what stood out the most is your beautiful golden headdress. It was just so beautiful and bright, the whole transmission. I love that. And for me, it was like the Kundalini energy, it came through. Initially, it came through as like 2 strands of DNA, and it was coming up through, and it turned into these 2 beautiful dragons that were spinning inside me and just came up shooting like rainbow lights out of my crown chakra. It was like, you know, the Kundalini rising energy that was coming through me. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was either her headdress or the actual sun that I was seeing, because I had my eyes closed and like everything just kept getting brighter and brighter, like the sun. And every time I breathe, it was be like more bright. I'm like, geez. And then it like toned down, and there was like a little shadow, but it was still like really bright. And then there was this one part where you were speaking, and you was like, and there was this like white ball that was like between like my head and my spine. It was like up and down really fast. And that was cool. There was a time you was talking about the dragon wings, and I had these wings come out my back and like flap, and there was like this ripple through time, but it was like a ripple through like where I am. I'm like, oh, I'm like, hold up. I was like, it like freaked me out for a second, because everything like in my room was like rippling. I'm like, oh, whoa. And then there was this one time about playing with the ball. I was playing with it, like my inner child was playing with it. And you mentioned for us to play with the ball, like the inner child and everything. And I don't know, I remember this part where I was just kind of like, like going back and forth like a kid watching something. I don't know, like the councils was there, and I'm like, so it was really beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Venus.
Thank you for receiving.
We all saw the headdress. I saw that too. I forgot to mention. Yeah, very big and colorful.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
bright.
It looks like it's a diamond one, or like the solar egg that you have. Do you have the big diamond? It's the new Trent, the new headdress activations for some. Yeah, that one. It goes like here at the top, but yours is more of the egg, the solar egg that you have. It's the yellow. You have a gold yellow egg that you were using. That's really what it looks like. Yeah. It looks like a solar sun. It's a solar sun
Yeah,
transition.
that's what I saw.
Solar disk. The Andarian bodies are so fun. The Andarian bodies are always shifting and changing. Always. We get new headdresses, all kinds of really cool, beautiful new activations, and then new dressings.
We get all the new stuff.
Her solar disc looks more, it's not like Hethar, but it looks like it's like the Avalonian. It's one of the deities in Egypt, but it's really beautiful, like the crescent moon, and then that's your solar sun dressing. So it's really beautiful in gold. It's really, really beautiful. Her languages are really old. Older, she streams through like millions of dialects at the same time through her Stargate. So it's her beautiful Stargate. It's very old systems coming through, like ancient grandmother. So dragon, but there's millions of languages running at once. That's it. Yeah. So it's really beautiful. Diamond key code. So really more, I call it more technical. Like I call it diamond transmission. It's like how you make your paintings. That's your Stargate though. The transmissions comes from your Stargate, which is like the primal sound fields, immortal sound fields of source, the Kirashas comes through it too. So I can see that. Trent and Amanda, we're connecting to dragon energies, but you guys are transmitting Ra and Hethar. So you've obviously had a twin ray activation, the counterpart systems where you guys are integrating each one of the gods' counterparts. So I could see it was Ra coming through, and then Hethar, because I can see her horn, her Hethar horn headdress and solar disc. So that was definitely, it was like we're connecting to the dragon energies, yes, but those are the universal, I'm going to say the universal male and female, your heroes, commas, union. Those are the two counterparts that you're working with, and then it will probably be Odin and Freya, or Loki and Freya. It'll shift. Something that I see transmitting, so different, and then Hermes and Aphrodite. So you'll know when Aphrodite's there, or he'll be Aphrodite. He could be Aphrodite, and then you're Hermes. And that's how it moves back and forth. But those are the transmissions. Those are the counterparts that you'll be integrating with, and then you'll be shifting. She'll become Ra, and then you'll become Hethar.
It definitely switches up on us all the time.
Yeah, you guys will be shifting in and out, and then we get used to it. In Darians, it's the same. The counterparts are in the body. Once you get to the diamond body, in Darians, you integrate all gods and goddesses for the diamond body. You do, because that's the God consciousness, God source consciousness systems. That was a great connection by Lisa Transcendence Brown. Kind of gave me that, kind of showed me more awareness to that system. And I said, because I activated so fast with the Andarian diamond body, and I was kind of connected to synchronicities, and she was able to break it down. So she kind of broke it down a little bit. And I said, oh, okay, so that makes sense. So I had so many integrations with gods and goddesses at once, which were all counterparts. With universal male and female, we'll call it the universal male and female system, divine sacred union. And then me and my husband integrated all of them and had to integrate all systems, all galactic DNA, all God DNA, oversoul systems. And now we're at the avatars, but our avatars play all the time. Those ones are wild. Those are the ones we tune into the most. It's like the universals. They think everything's funny, even if we're like going through the deaths or dying.
Yeah, it's
they don't see anything wrong. They just think that we need to figure out how we're going to get higher. They're like, you figure out how you guys are going to play again or something. Because those are the universals they play. So those are your higher selves playing the divine child.
Mhm.
That's actually, those are the templates coming through for the circle, for the full circle, is the activations of the divine child templates.
Yes.
Yes. So that's what I wanted. I can see you guys are there, and then you'll switch. And she'll be Ra and you'll be Hethar. And then that will be hilarious when she's and then the Hermes and Aphrodite, it will shift. That's wild too. She'll be like Odin. And you're and it'll be like flipping back and forth. But I've also seen a Loki and Freya type of combination. So she would be Loki and then you will be Freya, and then it will switch. You're Loki and Freya. Loki is all about playful energies, and that's what I learned from him is quantum travel, interstellar galactic travel, and playing. Lots of divine child playing. Like the trickster is the divine child. Eventually I learned how to play with Loki. I was like, oh, okay, so this is funny. It's intergalactic travel, but you have to clear, you have so many distortions you have to clear with wormhole systems and black hole systems to be able, like, yeah, you have to clear it with inside of you, and then you'll be able to unlock, I call it the key, and start having fun with that higher aspect.
We do a lot of shape shifting with Loki. He was teaching us how to shape shift in the woods one day. And there was like people coming by, and we were standing right here, and they didn't see us. They didn't see us at all. They just went right past. And Loki was like, see, this is how you shape shift. This is how you camouflage. It was really cool.
Yeah, I think it's funny. So there's like lots of playful quantum stellar travel with his dimensional being, and then the integration with Freya will be the same. I can see that too. So, but more sovereignty embodiments, more stronger divine mother embodiments is, yeah, more accomplishing. So Freya will come in to assist you with accomplishing those that are connecting to the priestess Jedi frequencies. Working with Freya is like accomplish, and she will shift you really fast. Anything in any of those systems and blockages. And she definitely came into for the dragon warrior goddess circle. She was right there telling me to build it and construct it and kind of creating it and bringing it through. So accomplishing and just going, kind of shifting out anything that we see that is blockages with love and pure love and diamond light. So Freya has lots of diamond light and diamond golden liquid light plasma. Yeah, here's something really beautiful energies too. And then I forgot the other one. I think it's hail. We also had hail coming through. I think it's hail. I hope I'm saying it right, but I see holly or something like that. Those type of transmissions coming through, and that's also accomplishing. They assist you with accomplishing what we have to get done for the collectives. And it's really all about higher vibrational frequencies. The solar deity, God realms, when you connect, they don't play around, and they do not play around with unconscious frequencies or ego whatsoever. So that realm really it's sacred, it's pure, and it will stay pure. You have to clear wormhole systems and black hole systems within inside of you. And they're really sitting there kind of waiting. I always say waiting on the sidelines to see, are you going to kind of pass through the 5D gates to unify inside of you? So unity consciousness. And they're just really waiting for that inner union, your soul marriage. And once you get the soul marriage, you pass through that gate to kind of to feel those energies, to work with them, to activate the crystalline kingdoms, to bring through the highest versions of them. And you can bring it through aspects of them. And then you get, yes, exactly. And then you get their abilities. then you actually get to embody their abilities. That's where it becomes fun.
Yeah, super.
Is it?
Basically how everything's been playing out. We're getting there.
Yes, I understand. So that's what Loki's teaching you. You cleared enough where he's like, oh, let me teach you something.
Mhm.
So teaching you awesome abilities.
Yeah.
There's Senti. Daisy, are you going to connect into to read your beautiful poem?
Oh yeah, I have something I want to say also, because you mentioned about Freya. I totally forgot when Trent was talking about how we live in duality, but we're not attached to it, and we use it as a tool, like some kind of a generator. When we talk about the electricity, the negative and positive, and we use both as a force to navigate our life on Earth. And what come to me is Freya, because Freya, the vehicle Freya drive is 2 cats. I think about cats. You cannot lose them. They have their own dedication, determination, but she has a capacity to let the cat drive our vehicle. It's just exactly the way of how we live in duality, how we can strive out of the duality as well, just like Freya.
I like that. That's a good perspective, is using both the positive and negative to generate you. I like that.
Yes.
That's smart. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Your higher self talk with me all the time, by the way.
Yeah.
I noticed that when I was preparing the shamanic course about the Jews, and your higher self come in and talk with me and help to guide me, and there's certain wisdom comes through.
Merlin.
Yeah, it's a Merlin. Yeah, it's quite incredible. Yeah, thank you so much for all that you do.
Well, thank you as
Thank
well,
you too,
Daisy. Thank you.
That's
you.
also going to be an integration for you both. Merlin and Morgan.
Mhm.
Merlin and Morgan, okay, that's also part of the diamond body activation with the Andarians.
That's funny because Merlin's been coming through very strong. And this morning when I woke up, my Morgan and Dara was laying right next to me. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's time to work with you again.
Yes, and we embody them. So they taught me the mystery schools. So it will all come in and they teach you the mystery schools. All of the schools of mysteries of Morgan Le Fay and Merlin, all of the Avalonian systems, you embody them. So that's all the diamond body, the Andarian diamond body, is that it's the right and the left side.
Yeah.
Merlin says, well, I'm right here. So I'm always your right side. And Morgan is always the left side. So it's Morgan and Merlin together is one, and it is wild. The waking thing, the time traveling systems that they'll show you. It's hilarious. You'll be dying and thinking you're losing your mind.
Sounds like fun.
Sounds like what we do all the time.
Yeah, sounds like every day.
Yes, it's hilarious. And then you guys will be, because there's 2 vessels in one being. Just put it that way. So 2 physical vessels in one being. That's funny. So you'll have fun with that.
It makes sense.
Mhm.
Is there some way I can share screen?
Yeah. Hold on. Oh. Oops. Never mind. That was funny. You guys falling asleep? You gonna pass out?
Who, me?
Falling asleep yet? Us dragon codes will knock you out. All the beautiful dragon light codes.
I'm pushing through. I'm like sleepy, I got a headache. I'm like 6 different symptoms. They're like, don't you give up.
Your
Do
headache.
it anyway. See what you can learn.
Your pineal gland's expanding.
Yes.
Well, my heart done blew open.
Yes, it's all expansion for this circle.
Yeah, they're like literally, they're like, do not lay down, do not eat anything. See what you can learn. Persevere. I'm like, okay.
Okay, got Daisy. I'm going to mute, and it's all yours sharing.
Oh, feel free to give me any feedback. I didn't really plan it, but I felt like I want to throw in some pictures of the dragon or our relationship with dragon. Like, to me, how I feel like.
Yes.
I find some good picture from the movie Spirited Away, and I think it's a good representation between this little girl. Her name is San, and Haku, this river dragon. He's a kind of the river spirit. The river's name is Haku. So the story, I'll share a little bit about the story just in case some of us haven't watched it yet. So San, his parents got lost in this dimension, and she has to go save her parents. In order to save the parents, she has to sign a contract with this lady who runs this bathhouse. So she has to work really hard. But in order to get in the contract, she has to surrender her old name, original name, San, and in exchange for another name and identity to work there. Many people who end up working there end up never able to come out of it because they forgot their original name. And the same with the dragon, and he forgot. So he even though the contract already expired, but because we forgot our original soul name, we cannot come back home anymore. So San, he wrote down her name so that she won't forget. And when she finally accomplished her mission, saved her parents, she's about to leave and saying bye to Haku. And the dragon was saying that, oh, I can't remember my name. I cannot go back home. And she suddenly said, I remember when I was young, like I almost drowned in this river and you saved me. You are the Haku River. That river right now is because of the industry and the city development, it disappeared. And that's why you couldn't find your way back. But your name is Haku. And instantly, the dragon, he was freed because he remembered his name. So I find it's very symbolic how we come to the three-dimensional world. We take on different identity that was given to us. And we forgot our own soul origin, our own soul path. That's why a lot of us, when we feel called to certain name, for instance, Akasha, her name Akasha, and my name Daisy, and Venus, her name Venus. So there's a reason, something called us. The name is like our divine job. We're here to anchor that divine blueprint on earth. When we being called the name, we instantly remember where to go back home, the home of our heart. So I just want to use this as a comparison. Is like this, the dragon energy is like our soul rememberings, our lineage rememberings. How do we call to connect with our inner lineage, our spiritual DNA lineage, with that one key word of our divine name? And suddenly all memory come back, all the soul rememberings awakened, and that sacred sound of our soul. So yeah, so that's what I'm lately been meditating on, this concept. And this lovely energy of the dragon is just like the same energy how we feel this universal love when we connect with the river, with the nature ley line. with our own inner soul lineage. We always oneness together, never for a second apart. And the separation itself, just like Trent said earlier, the separation is an illusion. That's why whenever we come together, we naturally feel so high, and we naturally remember. We come together, we help each other to remember, to find our own way back home in our own heart. Yeah, this is another Chinese story. It's what I see the picture is like we are that divine child, and this is our lineage behind our back, always following us, our lineage. Wherever our intention goes, our dragon follows. So this is the picture, and here I'm gonna share a few poems that I wrote. So earlier, I'll start with because when Trent and Amanda delivered their beautiful deliverance and just get me calling this lineage, how can we dig even deeper and deeper and deeper into our own root? And that's how big, how long our lineage, the dragon lineage, can get, like diving deep. And actually, let's do a quick meditation first before I get deeper. Let's put one hand at our heart and one hand at our tailbone. Let's take a deep breath in and chant Om. Om. And take another silent breath and chant silent Om. And this time, imagine the breath through our body, traveling to our heart, and the dragon Kundalini Qi energy travel deeper along our Sushumna and travel to the lower heart, which is at the tip of our tailbone. And following the line of our lower heart and traveling deeper and deeper with this silent Om into the earth. Vibrate and feel this deep lineage root, how deep I can dive even deeper. Allow this inner lower heart to swim in the infinite beauty of Gaia Mama Earth. 10 feet, 100 feet, 1,000 feet deeper. 10 miles, 100 miles, 1,000 miles deeper. We feel this deep nourishment, this velvety green oasis within her warm bosom. The remembrance of the ancient dream. The remembrance, dancing beauty, singing in unison with her love, her nourishing and lush, verdant beauty of nature, land, water, raindrop, and all the beautiful sentient being weaving this big dream catcher together, and we dance in circle within the inner heart. We pulsating and dance and sing together in love, oceans of love, in unison in eternal bliss. The home of one heart, the home of all. Now I'm gonna read a poem. I am sensing this tickling beckoning of ancient mother's dream, the depths of this visceral and sensational journey on earth, sensing this deep, heartfelt yearning and knowing of how to surrender easefully, gracefully, and effortlessly into her fertile, velvety, warm embrace. The luxurious dance and exhilaration of this awakened inner freedom, melting into oneness within her warm embrace, developing deeper trust and stronger faith with a certainty to dive into this deep, unknown, multidimensional space of infinite possibility, magic, and mystery. The cosmic kaleidoscope of her dancing beauty and unfurling oceanic love. Ancient Mother, indulge me with this embodied sensing gift and soul remembrance of how to connect with my own inner root, feeling and palpating my root as a robust lower heartbeat, awakening to its own unique inner knowing of how to tracking back the very source of my blood lineage from my own root onto the root of my mother, mother's mother, mother's mother's mother, onto the ancient mother's pulsating, potent, and vigorous root that nourishes all, loves all, and cares for all. One root, one heart, one heartbeat, and one love. Like a droplet of water returning back to ocean. Me remembering how to surrender and returning back home. Thank you.
Daisy, you made me cry again. God, I just felt it in my heart so much. And it was just, it's difficult to put words on it, but it was just beautiful. That's all I can say. It's just so beautiful and deep and passionate and sensual and loving and nurturing.
I felt the oneness with us and the earth and the skies. It was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much for receiving.
It's
So beautiful to come together. I saw Akasha sharing some transmission. Akasha, you're muted.
Yeah, our daughter came in. We had to tell her something real quick.
No, it's okay. Oh, there's just pictures. That's it. It was just to add to your sequence. Yeah, Shanti. I was just moving with your higher self. Yeah, your gold avatar that sits in front of me. So I said, who's this? As I read, I said, okay. So I see your gold avatar in front of me all the time. Never, your avatar never leaves me. It's really interesting. It sits in front of me. It just looks like you, gold. Just like no hair, no nothing. Just bald. You're a bald, look like a bald Buddha.
I saw the same thing. Beautiful.
Yeah, you never leave me. You and my husband have to share. Because he's golden bald too. So it's like that's his true avatar. So I always laugh because I said you two are gonna have to share the space in front of me now. And so it's really funny. Anyways, that's me and him laugh. We're making jokes. But it's true because I'm like, this is Daisy, and then I can see him as you guys are both gold, beautiful gold, white light beings, solar beings sitting in front of me. So I'm like, this is Daisy, right? Yeah. So he's like, is it? Well, let's go. I'm like, is this my husband or Daisy? Like I'm always sitting there laughing and playing because we'll be sitting there playing with each other, all playing, everyone playing. Oh, it's beautiful. But yeah, Gishanti, thank you. Thank you so much. It was just magical transmissions from every one of you. All of you guys look different, beautiful rays when you're in front of me, crystallized blue. And then Venus always looks like, it seems like a feline, but it's more of a dragon, like a dragon feline that sits in front of me. And she's silver. So she's like silver white and just looks at me and I'm like, well, you're definitely Venus. So everyone has their beautiful energies. And Amanda, you're obviously Vega, so I told you that you're purple. So features, and you're just a deep purple actually. So I wanted to share the deep purple rays. Your face looks beautiful purple. Transmissions and indigo, so indigo and purple.
Yes, I see the indigo and purple in the sparkly skin.
Yeah, and Trent looks more like a mermaid. So he would look. He looks tones like this. So pale tones, pink and blue here. So this really is what his full energy body looks like with purple, like the purple Andaras you have that you showed earlier.
Yeah,
that's his tone. Very light, crystallized. He's turning into a mermaid right now.
yes, he is. That's awesome.
Merman, I'm sorry.
Taking all his ice baths.
That's right. He's turning into a merman. And so Venus looks silver. So when I close my eyes, but her higher self stands in front of me, and then she has different ones that are come in, and those ones biolocate to me through solar light. So it's a biolocation. Finally, I will just call it a biolocation. It's not really the true word for it, but it's through light speed, light portals, teleportation. In front of me. Okay. Daisy, do you want to?
I have something more I want to share very quickly. So you mentioned about Mer. I felt like I need to mention it. So there's a dragon eye. I want to share with everyone the location. So like our higher heart chakra. And imagine it's about 2 turn apart on this side. Like imagine here, but it's on the back. I mean, some people you can access on the front or on the back. And just palpate, and it's different. Sometimes I can feel it is about 1 arms apart in our energy egg in that location, but sometimes you can just do it with your hand touch. And so that's the dragon's eye. Actually, Akasha, you showed me that the first time when I connect with YouTube video and you talk about golden dragon, and I instantly saw the location. And it's like a Chinese character of dragon, but in my body was showing me where's the dragon's eye located there. But back then it wasn't turned online, and you were showing me that it gonna it's golden dragon.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned about the mermaid, and I just want to mention that there was while I've been getting this connection about that essence of the mermaid, Merlin, Merkaba, merman, what was that? Mercury. So I imagine that Mercury, that alchemy, myrrh, is the essence, sparkling light, tantalizing, like iridescent light. And that's our soul essence, how it comes through our body, through the dragon's eye, enter into our body. How can we ground it even deeper into our body? All the universal cosmic wisdom through the dragon's eye. Let it just dance and come in through the dragon's eye.
Beautiful.
You said it's about right here and on the back.
Yeah, about the area high heart chakra and on the back. And so I was given download, how do we practice? Some people it might be on this side. So the download is that imagine our lineage, all of our soul family, we can put hand on each other's back. And then we can line in line or in circle, or we can dance in a line. Just we are the dragon, we become the dragon.
Yes, I love that.
Makes sense.
Like a river, the river of the dragons. It's like the solar beings that I see dancing with the sun. They were showing me the infinity vortex. It's like the infinity galaxy system with the Indaras, but it's an Indarian infinity galaxy. I call it the Indarian galaxy system, and that we're all connected, all dancing, moving and swaying as we go through the next system to the next universe, into a higher universe, but they're taking the whole planet to the higher universe. So
I just seen us all like just dancing through.
In a Congo line.
Yeah.
when Jedis see earthquakes coming during the full moons and catastrophic events, we put on our earbuds and we dance. So I dance with some type of collective group here, and we're spread throughout the planet. There's only 5 of us, and we do know who we are. Like, we're fully online and we can all connect to each other. So we put on music, especially during the full moon, and we sit and we open up our Merkaba. It's not really a Merkaba anymore, but we open up the higher system, the starship. So we open up our starship. We're able to access the holographic screen. Within our starship, we pull up the ley lines. So we can pull up the ley lines, all of the universal systems, grid systems, ley lines on the planet through our Merkaba. So we pull that up, we place it below, through light language. We take the hologram, place it on the ground where we are, where our feet are. So we put the holographic hologram screen. We ask our system, and we're all connected around the planet. There's like 5 of us. We're silver, so at least I know that. I try and tune into the race, and we're able to access our system, and then we put the ley lines down below our feet, and then we put in our earbuds and we dance to the planet to adjust timelines. So we sit there and we play and we dance and anchor in our frequency. So the events are not that catastrophic. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm probably not saying it. It's not like that brutal, like brutal disasters during full moons. And we've been doing it for years together. And there's only a few of us, but we do know how to work the system and know how to turn it all the way on. And then we sit there and we dance and bring in our frequency into Mother Earth, because as Jedis, we can see things coming before they come. And also our system will tell us that this is coming in. But most of the time it's like solar storms. We always think it's moon or whatever it is that they sit there and try, the collective stories, I call it, all collective stories, and that's not what it is at all. It has to do with what's happening out there in the universe. So it's really galaxy and universe, and we are prepped. We're like really prepared and prepped for all of these galactic stories, and we don't ever pay attention to them. So what we do is we are able to see the solar storms. We have another one coming in. We're able to see all these systems come in, and it's always during the full moon or some really big event. We pull up our screen, we sit there and dance.
So cool.
We all dance together and anchor into the ley lines, and we talk to the planet and just tell her everything's gonna be fine. Like, no, don't do this. Like, kind of just playing and just saying, hold on, let's see if we can adjust the timelines for you before she rumbles and shakes. Like, because we can feel it when she's about to start cracking open to purify the planet. Yeah. To purify the system. So she'll go through massive purifications. It's her purification. So we'll just kind of try to sing her a lullaby. And see if we can get her to calm down in different parts where she's exploding to neutralize the system. This is neutralizing. So I think that's beautiful. So yeah, we all do dance together, and that's how I see it. But I realized it when I started dancing with 5 others around the planet. And that was like a few years ago. So if we feel it coming in, and it's all from the systems out there, so it's just interesting. It's nothing to do with the moon. Is that it has to do with the planetary alignment, the astro alignments, and the galaxy systems, and the storms coming through.
The solar weather.
Yes, so I call it the solar weather and the galaxy systems. We usually can see it. We just had another one come in. I had to go and check it this morning with a few of us, and we had to get up and check everything to see the systems that are running. So I'm inspiring you to see if you guys can play around and put on music and see if you can kind of tap into what we've been doing. Yeah. It's there in your system. Your life, everyone has access to it. Your life body it turns into the ship. You can talk to the ship, and you can bring through the holograms, the screens, and the ley lines, not only this planetary system, but all through all dimensions and universes. So if there's 5 harmonic universes, and we know we're bringing like 7, 8, 9, and 12 and higher, you have access to it. So you can look at these ley lines on the planet, and then galaxy systems and universe and multiverse, just through command, and then see if you can actually tune into the systems and see the galaxies. It becomes like a holographic crystalline experience. So if you work with the Andarians, or even crystals, but Andaras vibrate higher. So if you work with the Andaras will teach you everything about your ship and your systems. So they'll teach you through frequency communication of your superquantum computer system, but not only the computer system, but the vehicle. Okay, so the whole ship, the light ship, the Stargate, they'll teach you how to do everything that we're talking about. Everybody has access to it here on the planet, not just us, but it just seems like there's the template holders, I guess through the gate systems, the 1212, are the ones that just kind of got fully jump started online. Okay, 2 things before we close. The space, Diana Cooper Dragon Oracle deck. Absolutely love it because it has galactic energies, and it really pairs really well with the Andaras, crystals, and galactic DNA activations, and the solar dragons coming through. Beautiful. Yeah. We'll also have this one is Elena Fairchild, Isis Oracle. So Isis is definitely coming through to assist us with all different types of ancestral clearing, childhood clearing. Holding that queenship to return. So I saw her wings last night. It's all about the returning and the repairing of the system. Many repairs. She was a starseed like us, actually. From the universe. That's why they said she was the queen of the universe. She actually was a galactic child like us. And then I like this one, Ocean Dreams, a mystic oracle.
Beautiful.
This one's really beautiful. And it really assists with the tones. and working with different dragon energies. This is the only dragon deck that I do have, but there's a wizard deck too. That's
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have any dragon decks.
I have the same deck. Nice.
We have star dragons.
Nice.
Yeah, I definitely was gonna get the star dragon deck too. Just haven't it'll come in when most likely when they'll come in when Indaras start to materialize in our reality. Gisanti. Daisy, if you have anything else to share.
Oh, I can read another poem. Is it okay? Okay, I need to ask you guys to pick a number. 1, 2, or 3.
Let's do one.
Okay, let's do 1.
There's one, the Avalon one. Can we read that one?
Oh, I forgot which one.
Should be at the top.
What's that?
You. It's one of the poems. It's like 1 or 2.
So the one has the Avalon too. Yeah, since you named it, I'll just read the first one. I am embracing my soul print as a shining North Star. I am a being of light, being of many interests, facets, dreams, magic, sensational, ecstatic, juicy, yummy, tasty, energetic energy ball. My cosmic, prismatic, dancing light, rippling out, infinite, potential, alchemical, magical light and love, ripple, and rippling out onto my inner spiraling, dancing kaleidoscope of Milky Galaxy. I am an inspirational storyteller and evocative dream weaver. I am awakening my angel wings and dragon tail. I am awakening the high priestess of ancient Avalon, water women tribe, gathering at the Lumerian moon, fire dancing circles of the Egyptian temples. I am one with many, many memories and gifts, all within one. A droplet of blood within my spiritual ancestral lineage, and the entire ocean within one drop of water. A whole rose garden of Eden, all within the tip of my wings, easefully and gracefully unfold the forever evolution of my eternal soul. I am awakening. We are awakening.
Shayana, thank you so much. May all of your third eyes activate. Geshanti.
They're activating, that's for sure.
This is what our third eye looks like. It's a diamond. You have to get a bunch of diamonds and work with them. And each one decalcifies to a diamond. This is the beautiful diamond. Third eye, and then our headdress, which is our solar deity headdress. She has the bigger one, but it becomes, that's the new activation. Is that it's a diamond. We have our solar headdresses, and it's really funny if you just kind of move throughout the day and close your eyes, kind of just go down to pick up something or put your head down. You'll see your headdress. You'll see your horn or your wings or your Freya wings and your horns, your crescent moon, your headdresses, and their diamonds. It's like a whole new system. And you can connect to the suns, all different types of suns, Syrian suns, Aurora suns, anything. you can just transmit it through here.
Mhm.
Isn't that beautiful? And then everything becomes a diamond. So working with diamonds for right now. Maybe for a few years. That was so beautiful. That's Avalon too. So Avalon and the crescent moon headdress. Really beautiful. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
It is, yeah, that's fine. Because
Yes, thank you.
the Andaras want you to know
Thank
that
you.
everything turns to a diamond facet. Every one of your vortexes in your spine. If anyone wants to share just any wisdom before we close our space, thank you so much for everyone coming into our beautiful circle. This is our full circle, our dragon, warrior goddess, full circle, Galactic Jedi Priestess of love and light transmission. This is a circle for all of our beautiful Jedi Priestess sisters and brothers too as well. Thank you so much for coming into this beautiful space. Gisam tu Shanti.
Kono kono na akasha kaus.
Gisam tu Shanti. Thank you so much for all of you sharing. Trent, Amanda, beautiful Venus, and beautiful Daisy. Thank you so much.
Thank
Coming
you.
on and sharing. It was a beautiful experience. It's new because I haven't done this yet. So thank you so much.
Thank you for letting us be a part of it.
Thank
It was
you.
an honor to be with you, be
Absolutely.
with all of you.
Thank you very much. I hope you guys have a beautiful evening. For everyone, if you want to connect with any of our beautiful circle today, all of our guests, it's in the description below. So all of their information is in the description if you scroll down. If you would love to connect to them and to receive any services, everything that is there, beautiful Daisy's poems, everything is accessed in the description. You scroll down, you can visit their website, visit their tree links. Is it called tree link?
Thank
That
trees.
Yeah, that one's a little bit new for me. So I was like, oh, this is new. I'm obviously old. So everything is in the description below, just to be able to connect and just to see and to receive from them. I'm sure that you guys have your groups, your Facebook groups and everything that are there for them to access. You can always email them if you have any questions for just connection, communication, or just sharing, wanting to receive their light codes, their daily contributions of light. Just go down to the description, scroll down, all of their information is there. Thank you so much for everything you guys are doing for the collectives.
Thank you, Akash. Thank you
Yes.
for having us.
All of our guests too as well. Everyone that is here in this space, thank you so much for being here, for holding space, and for bringing through the dragon codes and channels. We'll be coming back on later on to bring more transmissions with dragons through. So this is for all of our beautiful dragon warrior goddesses to activate, to awaken, to embody their higher selves, and also our brothers too as well. So all the higher selves are coming online. We have a lot of collective timeline shifts and then recorrection timeline that we're still moving through. So thank you so much for being here, holding space for everybody. Drink pure, clean water, high vibrational foods, lots of nature for receiving all of these transmissions afterwards. It is energetic key code activations, light body activations. So if you feel anything come up, see the systems come up, the software, any of the cellular traumas and Akashic records, and just to be able to release them and just allow Mother Earth to help you transmute the energies. And to remember to love with your heart, keep the heart fully open, and to love with your heart in unity, consciousness, and just to hold that beautiful space of pure love. And just raise your vibrational frequency. Listen to lots of different transmissions and music so you guys can keep your vibrational frequency going and high. Don't allow the other energies to come in. No distorted energies, and in a sense you can allow it if you allow energies that are not yours to come in. and that will trigger a lot of empaths. So those that are empaths take on a lot of energy, and if you haven't mastered energy yet, you'll allow it in your field. Their energy is their energy, your energy is your energy. Just remember how to transmute energies. And if you see contracts that are not the highest and purest for you, you're going to have to see how you're going to move through those systems, because there could be lots of cords and entanglements, and you want to remove the cords and just release the contracts and vibrate higher. There's a lot of contracts coming in that you're going to have to go through review over, a lot of us, of where we give our power away, where we're allowing density to come in. And it's a point right now, the sovereignty is no more. Okay, so kind of paying attention to those energies, paying attention to your energy too as well, and holding the highest light space frequency. See if you can transmute energies that's really coming through. With the dragons, will help you with transmutation with different rays. Galactic blue ray, violet flame, white flame, rainbow technology with the dragons, and just bring that frequency through and just transmute the energies. There's so much wisdom that comes through with dragons. And just see how you can utilize their wisdom to teach you about energetic management and energetic self-mastery and emotional self-mastery too. So sometimes you gotta learn how to just say no and keep saying no. Especially when you can feel the frequencies coming in and it's still a lower discord. You know it's a lower discord, but you're still allowing that energy to come through. You're allowing these contracts to come through. So you want to pay attention to those frequencies. And dragon energy will teach you how to cut those systems in half, like how to break those energetic patterns, energetic cycles, especially when you feel like you're dropping into fear. When these contracts, people, places, things, and events keep coming in, just remember that, though it's kind of like a sword, like the sword of the dragon coming in, and will teach you how to cut that energy. You'll have to most likely walk away from contracts that you don't want to. That could be 10, 20-year contracts or your whole life contract. So 36 years, almost 40 years of contracts, at least for me. So the sword of the dragon, yes. So if it has a lower, you're being asked to let it go. Their energies are their energy. You should remember that. There could be lots of entanglements that you have to see energetic patterns. Yes, the sword of the dragon.
Weaving the sword of the dragon.
All the cords.
Dragons will give you a sword because that's your alternate reality for right now. Then you have to sit there and go into, we call it the baby blanket and the teddy bear for a little bit. And then the dragon will say, nope, now it's time for you to really take the sword and cut the energy in half. And it's time to move on, vibrate higher. We have work to do. We have things to do here on the planet. Those are awesome. So just see how we can shift through that frequency, and we're all assisting each other. So we all connect and assist each other. It's the sword of the dragon. I love it. Yeah. Same. I'm looking for gold ones, but I'm looking for ancient gold ones. So I have to look on eBay or antique shops for the gold swords, old gold swords. Like knight ones, medieval ones. Yeah, there we go. Is that so? Those are the ones I'll be creating for in the future timelines. Yeah, I'm gonna put a really cool guy up. His name is, when I'm done here, his name's Wolfgang, and him and his wife make awesome wands. You guys have to check these wands, and they have headdresses too, like Avalon headdresses, and just really feels like the dragon warrior goddess headdresses, really magical, and Egyptian headdresses for all of our beautiful priestess, and wands too as well. They don't make swords, but you can check out you can check out their beautiful shop. They're magical for sure. Thank you so much. And that's for everyone here. Thank you for everything you guys contribute and everyone that is tuning in. And I call it the 0 point, tuning in the 0 point through all time and space and all spaces and time. Thank you. Thank you for your light. Thank you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Much
We
love
love
to
you guys.
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.